Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. That was a song, and I'm sure everybody's aware of it, by a band called Frankie Goes to Hollywood. I don't know what he went there for, but he did quite well out of that song, that's for sure. The old boys there, they did, giving it the old large bit of gyration there, one for the other boys. Anyway, I'm updated, or rather I have updated, the grid lines and the likes, the grid and these things here, these things that go across here, grids, handles, whichever you want to call them. And I've updated them because I found if I removed one or changed the colour of one, it was changing colour of the other. So I realised that the identity of these objects was not quite right. So I thought I better set about editing them because I wanted to have different colours. As you can see, I've got, and this is why I chose this chart particularly, because if you can, I don't know if I can, let me just get rid of that like that. There you go. Where's it gone? It's down here somewhere. So I don't know if you can see this one. I'll tell you what, there, if you'll see that, it's blue. And that's because it's 20 rather than 19, 18, 17, 16, like these, which are black. And then in between that, I've got what's sometimes called the sweet spots, 25 grid, and I've made those reds slightly thinner. So I've got the ability to customize all that, as you can see in the indicator list. So, for example, this 25 grid here, I can edit it. It keeps jumping onto the other screen. I'm sorry about that. I know, unusual colour scheme, huh? So if I wanted to make it a lovely orange colour, and then they'll stay orange. And you can see that the 25 grid is over the 100 grid there, because that's black. And because it's on top, it will show up on top, I think. Anyway, you can play with that yourself. See if I care. No. All right. I got to go back to that now. What was that chart? I think it was that one. Yes, it was. So, there you go. I'm not going to bore you with the details of these because I think everybody has seen these by now and they know what they do, the handles, in my previous video. What I am going to do, now I'll tell you what I do. I put the lines on as well as the grid. Can you hear that squeaky door in the background? Well, I certainly can. The reason I use these lines as well as the grid, sorry, I've got lines and grid. In actual fact, if you look down here, in the download, you've got grid and lines. The grid colours the handle numbers in, whereas the lines literally just draws lines. And the reason I've got them like that is because if I put just the grid on, you can see it runs out of lines after a certain while, and that may or can cause confusion. Just take that scale up. Oh, come on, what's the matter with you? So when these stop illuminating or being highlighted, see, where this stops, the lines will carry on. Right, so that's why they're different. I've said about enough about this. Oh, what happened there? Oh my God, I pressed something and I got like drawing tools on, and I'm well known for not doing any drawing. Right, so I'm just going to put a download link for these. If you got any questions or anything about them, just drop me a message on the YouTube thing or whatever. But really, I think everybody's going to know how to do them. I'll link the old video in here as well, which I think shows you how to drop them in if you don't already know. And if you do know, then just drop them in and have a tidy up and get yourself better organised and stuff like that. All right, well, I'm going to leave you with that. And I've got a new video coming out soon, hopefully, which I'm going to talk about the FX Blue trade simulator, which I found really useful actually. And you can basically trade at the weekend and learn to perfect your strategies, hone your trading skills. Right then, what am I going to do? I'm actually just going to go for lunch today. Nothing flash. I know I normally say something really flash, but today I'm going to go for lunch. But whilst I'm having lunch, the daughter's iPhone is going to have to be repaired with any luck. The local repair shop said they can do it. I'm not sure. If you saw the screen on it, honestly, it just looks like it looks like an explosion in a paint factory. She's absolutely smashed it to pieces, unbearably so.